What is up, YouTube? So in this week's video, I have a pen that's never worked properly, and I've been doing a little bit of research in it. I've had this thing for almost 2 years now, and it just does not want to write. I've tried, I don't even know how many different types of inks. It doesn't like any of them. So we're gonna see if I'm just dumb or if there actually is a problem with this nib, which it could be the nib. They do sometimes go bad. They are sometimes bad from the manufacturer if they mess something up on the inside. It could be, I mean, it could even just have manufacturing dust in there that gummed it up. It's honestly hard to tell until you actually try to clean it. And when you do this type of thing, you can actually replace these nibs. I've never had to yet, but this might be the first. And if I do have to replace this one, this is not a model I sell at this time. I actually just did a second one here a couple months ago, and it's worked great. So that's why I'm like, now I want to see what's going on with this, because it might just be a bad nib. Before we get started, this piece, see if this will focus for me. All right, yeah, don't want to. The little piece right here is the nib. So whenever you hear someone talking about a nib when they're talking about fountain pens, that's what they're referring to. This is the actual piece that does the writing if you've never used one. And if you have, sorry for the review, but we do have newbies here. So with that, I'm gonna get into the proper procedure for how to clean them up and get them writing like new, or potentially fixing them if they get clogged up. So with that, we're going to flip around and get to the workbench. While I'm thinking about it, so did you guys know that you can support me for not spending a cent by hitting the like button, subscribing, and sharing my videos? It doesn't cost you a cent. It helps the algorithm see me a whole lot more. It's totally free for you. It just takes 3 clicks. Just wanted to throw that out there. Thanks. Bye. All right, YouTube. So we're back. Sorry, I was using that for. I glued my fingers up a little bit ago, so I was sanding off the hardened CA glue. So in order to do this, we are. I haven't had ink in this for a couple days, so I know it's not going to be very effective. You can even see that I'm getting some on my fingers. When you clean these, you probably will get you will get a little dirty. Best thing you can do when you're done, and I just recently heard about this trick, get some of the alcohol or the high alcohol content hand sanitizer, and just rub it on wherever you get ink, and it'll actually take it off pretty effectively. But in order to do this, this is just a baby snot sucker. Don't know their technical term. You just pop it in the back of your pen, hold it tight, and just apply light pressure. You can see the old ink color that's working its way out. You just want to go until it comes out clear. If you don't want to buy the snot sucker just to do this, you can also use the ink converter, which usually comes in most pens. I just recently had one that it didn't come in. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but you can use that and just pull it out of the back, fill it in with the water, stick it in the back, and let it do its thing. So with that, you can let this soak in the water as well. And I mean literally just toss it in a cup and let it soak. But this particular one was clogged up, so that's why I just immediately went to pressing water through it. And these threads had some old ink on them too, so I'm just cleaning everything up on it, because I know this particular one already had issues. And when you're done, you just throw any extra water out. And supposedly all you got to do at that point is pop a new cartridge back in, which that one don't seem to want to fit. Huh. I've never bought ink cartridges that didn't fit my pens. Looks like I might have this time. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I had another fountain pen out here, so I just grabbed the ink cartridge out of that and shoved it in here. So, alright, dry all that off and squeeze the back of the ink a little bit. You should be able to see it come out a little. Alright, looked like it was coming out of the bottom a little bit. I might not have, I'm not sure, but that was me trying the other one, so we're just gonna yep, for having just finished, that's actually fairly good. We'll let it sit upside down for about 5-10 minutes and come back, and we're gonna try both of them with the new refills here in a few. And we are back. One other thing I did forget to cover: when you're done with these, if you want to dry them off, make sure you use something that's lint free. Like this is a scientific wipe that's actually a lint free wipe. When you're done with it, then you can just use that, wipe it off, and you're good to go. So we are, let me slide you guys over real quick. Alright, sorry about all the confusion. Alright, and this is relatively cheap paper. It's not for fountain pens or anything. So, just so you guys are warned. I'm going to come down here so you can, some fresh area. We're just going to go with the yes, I know I can't spell, but that's not what I'm concerned about. If these hold up, you will see these available probably within the next 2 months. If they do become available, I will do a quick short on them to make sure everybody knows that I finally have a reliable fine line fountain pen. And then right underneath that, the one that was giving me fits. Not as dark, but it does in fact work. This is probably going to need to soak through with a little bit more ink, but I'm actually going to give it a pass. So with that, that is how you clean, maintain your fountain pens. And also don't forget, before you ever ink up a new one, make sure you run a little clean water through it first. Just make sure you get any of the machining oil out from the manufacturing process. And don't forget, I do not make the nibs. I do pay for those myself to get those from somebody else, so that way, you know, if you get a bad one, let me know. I will gladly see. I'm in the process of trying to find somewhere I can get replacements, but until then, if I have to, I'll go out and buy a brand new kit and just send you the nib out of it, and once I find them, I'll replace them that way, because yeah, there's nothing worse than paying good money for a good pen and not having it work. So with that, I will say cat in the hat, and that be that. I zoomed in for too far for that. Cat in the hat, and that be that. Yeah, shaka. All right, I'll see you guys later.